Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a big update video for Zwift and the Zwift Racing League Finals that are coming up. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you're learning of this update through me and not Zwift Insider, please go check out Zwift Insider. They have way better information. They're more accurate. They're better than me. Eric is a great guy, and I've been glad to follow in his footsteps of knowledge and kind of give you guys an update video on this. Anyways, this video is going to be a little longer, talking about all of the bike changes, the wheel changes, what I think is going to be the best bike, and also what you need to start riding right now. There are updates that you're not going to want to miss. And to end out this video, I'm going to be breaking down one of my biggest tips you're going to want to know and start right now if you guys want to win the Zwift Racing League Finals. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, that was a lot of information in this intro. But anyways, we're back and we're going to be talking about bikes and wheels. Now, the entire Zwift Racing League, I have recommended the DT Swiss wheels. The DT Swiss wheels paired up with the Pinarello Dogma F is going to be the way to go. Disc wheels. The DT Swiss wheels paired up with some disc wheels, and let's get a drum roll for the wheels. That's right, it's disc yet again. Another recommendation for disc wheels, and I mean, if you're not riding disc, you aren't riding right. That's what I like to say. Yeah, they were the most popular wheel choice by far. I guess you could have made an argument for the 7.8s on some of the courses like Glyph Heights and the Mighty Metropolitan course and the After Party course. I mean, the 7.8s were popular, but nothing came close to the DT Swiss wheels. But that's all about to change. The DT Swiss wheels have been nerfed. Anyways, this change is going to be big because not only did they make them heavier, they made them slower on road bikes, which I think is a beautiful change and definitely needed to be done. But the thing about it is still is going to be the top choice for a team time trial. But now let's talk about the other wheels with some data. Now, one of the wheel of choices for me is going to be the Envies. You're going to want to rock the 7.8s or the 8.9s depending on the course. And the good thing about wheel choice is that there aren't any upgrades to the wheels. You get what you purchase, and there's nothing extra you need to do. Now, based on the course that you're going to be riding, the 7.8s are going to help a little bit more in the climb by about 4 seconds based on the tests that was done on Zwift Insider. Now, the 8.9s is more of an aero setup, and you're going to save only about 2 seconds over an hour, but every little second and every watt matters in Zwift racing. Now, to talk comparison here with the numbers, the DT Swiss wheels, the Super 8s, kind of the most popular disc wheel of choice throughout the season, has been struck down with some nerfs on the climbing side of things, like I've said before. Now, the Zip 858s basically lose 10 to 11 seconds to the 8.9s on a climb over an hour. Now, 10 seconds isn't a ton, but if you're going to be climbing at high watts, high power, and also with a high heart rate, you're going to want to save time over that climb. And that's just exactly what they've done to these disc wheels, and it's a great change. Now, the 7.8s are going to even beat that by more based on the time saving that we've talked about before the disc wheels. Now, moving on from the wheels, we're going to be talking about bike choice, the frame the most important of the bike choice in general is going to be about these frames. And honestly, I'm a little sad to say that the Tron bike is no longer an all-arounder. This has been the bike that I've gone to every single round as something that if I'm not sure that you need climbing or I'm not sure if you need aero, the Tron was the perfect choice. But no longer. The Tron is one of the fastest bikes on Zwift now. Now, I should note that the bike that I am comparing everything to is going to be my new number one pick for racing. Now, by no surprise, it's going to be one of the newer bikes in the game, and that's going to be the Specialized S-Works SL8 Tarmac. This thing is super fast, it's good on the climbs, and it's going to be the best all-arounder, but also one of the best aero setups as well. This is going to be a bike that you're going to want to start riding immediately. If you don't know, Zwift bikes have upgrades based on how much you ride them. Now I think about 400 to 440 kilometers is around the area that it's going to take to fully upgrade one of these bikes. But in turn, you also have to purchase with drops. So you unlock it, but to equip the upgrades, you have to buy it. It's a lot for newer riders, people like me who don't have all the drops in the world. It's going to be a little bit of a grind to get there to a fully functioning bike, fully upgraded bike, that is. But overall, I think it is somewhat of a good change, and you just need to ride and stick with a bike, stick with a brand, stick with some brand loyalty. Now, for more beginner riders, the best bike to go to if you're not able to unlock the Specialized Tarmac is going to be the Canon Aero Road 2024. This is going to be the go-to bike for lower level riders. I think it unlocks around level 10, so basically everyone should have this unless you're even newer to Zwift. So just get to level 10. And it wouldn't be a bike rating upgrade thing video without mentioning the new Pinarello Dogma F, the 2024 version. Listen, this is going to be still a top tier bike, but just make sure if you can unlock the Tarmac, do that, get the miles in, get the upgrades in, and be ready for the Zwift Racing League final. But if you do have just the Pinarello Dogma, it's going to be almost as fast, just a little bit faster than the Tarmac, but over an hour, but also a touch worse at climbing. It's still going to be a very viable option, and if you want to stick with the Pinarello family, like I said, brand loyalty is everything now in Zwift with these new Halo rides, which you don't need to do. That's something else. It's not going to affect racing, but I should mention it. It is something you should check out. It's going to be pretty cool, and it's all on Zwift Insider. So John, what is the best upgrade? What is the bike to go with, the bike to start with, the wheel setup? What is the best option for me in the Zwift Racing League? Well, you're going to have to check out my recons every single week. I think there's only 3 for the finals, but I'm going to break down what wheels and bikes you should go with for every course. Again, I'm going to be recommending probably the Specialized Tarmac SL8 for every race, and also the wheel set of the 7.8s. But if things change, you're not going to want to miss the great, fantastic recons that I do, kind of, sort of. Anyways, check that out. But before I leave you, I said I have a huge tip for certain teams for the Zwift Racing League final. And drumroll, please. If you're a team that is not expected to win, if there's a certain team in your league that is just dominated all year, and you're kind of in that 2 spot, you're in that 3 spot, and you want to get ahead, come in close. This is going to be a big secret, a big tip. Are you ready? You need to equip the Team Time Trial bike. Whatever bike that you choose to ride for the Zwift Racing League final Team Time Trial, equip it right now. As I know of, the first upgrade is 360 minutes ridden on the bike. Now, that means there's no distance needed. There's no climbing needed. You can just hop in one of the Zwift races. You can do the Zwift games, whatever you want. Just hop on the bike and spin. It's going to be quick, easy. It's going to be much easier than riding 440 kilometers. All you have to do is hop on the bike and just spin your pedals a little. Get that upgrade on the team time trial bike, because just like the regular bikes, you're going to be getting aero upgrades. You're going to be getting weight reduction upgrades on these time trial bikes. And it's something that other teams are not going to focus on. You might be one of the only teams in your league to have upgraded time trial bikes, and you're going to be saving so much time over the course of a race versus people that don't have upgraded time trial bikes. Now, this in turn will also make your rides a little bit easier. Better drafting, better speed. It's going to make your team just that much faster. You can squeak a few 30 seconds on a team during the time trial and get some cheeky points for a first place victory where, hey, maybe you didn't even think your team could do that. But it is what it is. It's how the upgrades come, and we don't have a lot of time before the finals start. So get on your team time trial bike, get your team ready for it, and get some cheeky first place points for this finals. So that's going to be it for this video on the upgrades in Zwift with the new bike upgrades and what the wheel sets. I hope this was helpful, but as always, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Get ready for some recons on the Zwift Racing League. They'll be coming very shortly. And check out Eric's post on Zwift Insider. He goes and breaks down every single bike, every single frame, based on climbing percentile and flat percentile and everything like that. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.